Welcome. Oh, hello, what have I done? I've broken TikTok immediately. Hello, everyone, and welcome back, finally. I've missed you guys. I've missed this. I know it's only been like a week. I don't even think it's been a week since I last streamed. Because it was last Friday night, wasn't it? But we're finally back. I'm hoping I've finally got my PC fully sorted. So this is obviously going to be a bit of a test stream. A bit of a trial by fire. Maybe literal fire if it blows up at some point. But fingers crossed that isn't going to happen. But I hope you're all doing very, very well. We got Chris, we got Bradson, we got La Hangman, Cappuccino, Dart. Welcome. Oh man, I mean it's so weird because it hasn't been that long. But even to me, it felt so weird not streaming on Monday night, not streaming yesterday, and then I normally don't stream on a Wednesday. This is normally the day off in the week I take off. But I thought, you know, we'd run a bit of a test run today. I'm only going to stream one race of the Sauber career mode this afternoon, just to make sure everything's working, and to make sure that we don't get any problems. So, number one, if we randomly disappear, if I randomly go offline at any moment, clearly my PC isn't fully sorted. If that happens, I should come back online fairly quickly. It might take me a couple of minutes to restart my PC and everything like that, but hopefully I'll get back up live pretty quickly as well. Basically, the problem's been, so I originally thought it was a power issue. I thought it was my power supply that failed. So if I show you guys, right here actually. Right, there we go. So, I thought it was my power unit had failed, or my power supply on my PC had failed, so I bought a new one. As you can see, 850 watt is absolutely everything I need for my streaming PC. So I swapped that out last week, and it didn't fix anything. I think the issue was actually my motherboard. I'm pretty certain because sometimes my PC wouldn't boot up properly in the mornings, and things like that as well. So a motherboard swap is like one of the biggest things you have to do. So that was quite good fun as well. But I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping everything's working now. I'll put that box just there for now, I guess. RV is now going to be my 100th stream. The timing on that is absolutely incredible. And here I was thinking the power supply was just the cord going from the PC to the wall. Now, power supplies are, I mean, that's a chunky unit right there. 850 watts, though. I think my one in my gaming PC is 1,000 or 1,200. But yeah, power supplies, I enjoy doing, like, PC upgrades and stuff, but only when I want to, rather than when I have to. When stuff doesn't usually break, but when it does, it's normally a pain. So, obviously, I was like, right, if it's not my power supply, I think it's the motherboard. So I bought a new motherboard, and then immediately realized I'd ordered the wrong one. So I cancelled that one on Amazon. And rather than just cancelling it, Amazon went, oh no, you've got to receive it now and return it. So I was like, oh, right, okay, not the end of the world. So I ordered another one immediately. And that then turned out, I installed that one, it turned out to be wrong. So I had to send 2 motherboards back, 3rd time's the charm. Hopefully this one's working. Hey, thank you, Henry. I appreciate it, buddy. Welcome on in. Yes, I mean, like, actual physical hardware doesn't normally break. Software, I constantly break the streams and things like that. Hardware, normally, I don't run into as many issues. So I'm hoping now that we've got that all sorted. I do expect, though, the next few streams to probably, unfortunately, we'll get some really good numbers before the PC died. So always typical, isn't it? But yeah, it's just the way these things go, isn't it? Warren's old POVs. Santa's elves? 39? Thank you. I don't know what they are, but I appreciate it. Yeah, no, so we should be going live, obviously, today, right now. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do NASCAR NIS Winter Series on iRacing. Friday is going to be another episode of Hulk Career Mode. And then Saturday, I'm hoping to run the iRacing 4 hours of VIR as well. So that'll be a huge test for the PC upgrades, because that'll be a decent kind of 5-hour stream. So hopefully everything's all working by then. Hey, welcome in, Anthony. I'm new to F125 and want to get a wheel. Where would you have any good starter recommendations? Thrustmaster T128 would be my best budget starter wheel, if that's what you want to do. Just make sure you get the one that's for the right console. But yeah, Thrustmaster T128. You can normally get them for about £120. They work quite well. Do not try to escape the RV. You guys are gonna have to run through this all with me on Friday. I will definitely forget that between now and then. Right, after a little bit of a life update then, chat, are we ready to go? I guess I'll get everything set up, and then we'll do the video intro, and prepare ourselves here for Baku. I'm looking forward to this one, although Baku can often be chaos, and I'm not convinced the Sauber car is going to be that good here. Thank you for the follow as well, Anthony. I appreciate it, buddy. What's better, Thrustmaster 128 or Logitech G29? The Logitech is better, but I think if you're just getting into sim racing, the Thrustmaster is a better bang for your buck instead. The Logitech is a better wheel, but it costs a lot more, and I don't think how much more you're paying is necessarily better than what you get with the T128. Right, come on then, let's do a YouTube intro. Hello everyone and welcome back to round 17 of our F125 Nico Hülkenberg career mode. Yes, we return this weekend here to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, of course, on the Baku city streets. If you missed out on the last video that went live from Monza a few days ago, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. We went to the Temple of Speed and things went pretty well. In fact, the Sauber car was just very good. We were able to pick up the victory. Gabriele Bortoleto got his best ever result in Formula 1, narrowly missing out on his first ever podium as well, up in P4. So, Sauber, we've got some momentum behind us as we head in towards the flyaway leg of the season. Max Verstappen still 54 points clear of Charles Leclerc at the top of the table. We are now just 2 points behind George Russell, 2 ahead of Lewis Hamilton. So I think our goal by the end of the year is to try and finish P5 overall, but maybe, just maybe, we can do like a huge Verstappen-esque comeback towards the end of the campaign. We're 11 points back behind Mercedes in the Constructors, though, so that, of course, we're trying to keep an eye on that as well. Of course, if you're new, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed. Make sure you drop me a follow over on Twitch. We go live over there normally 4 or 5 times a week. So yeah, there'll be a link to that down in the description below. At the time of recording, we are getting very close to 10k followers over there as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's return then here to Baku. This one, it's going to be a tough old weekend. Oh, there you go, chat. I managed to just get through the intro. I could feel that building in my throat. I knew there was a cough coming, but I'm happy we got through. Hey, welcome in, buddy. I hope you're well. Think you might be too good at the game, mate. No way a Sauber would go that high. To be fair, we've actually now just got a pretty competitive car. Performance-wise, we've just dropped back behind Aston Martin again. But I should be able to do some more upgrades. I'm trying to focus on doing as many chassis upgrades as I can at the moment. Chassis or aero. The engine is pretty good. So I'm just going to see. I don't think there's anything that we can get on the cheap. So I might try and rush an upgrade then. Try and get it in for Singapore. But, I mean, yeah, across the board, we're looking pretty good. Like I said, aero was still down a bit. Chassis was still last, actually. And then it's just the engine. I think we're best on the grid. Yeah, we've got the best engine in Formula 1 right now, which is quite hilarious as well. So, we've definitely got a car that is a bit of a straight line merchant, it would appear. So with the resub. Thank you, buddy. 12 months. 12 months in a row, sorry. 19 months overall. Thank you, sir. I hope you're doing well. How's CS? Creator Series has ended for the year, hasn't it? Unless I'm just not getting invited to races. Does it say no? It says resubscribe for 12 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 19 months. Oh no, it says there they've been subscribed for 19 months, currently on a 19-month streak. How odd is that? It says 2 different things. And... Oh, chat, what is that? Why? Why? I love coming back to F125. Absolutely love it. If you can't see, it's going to be wet weather all the way through. I love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, at least it's dry throughout practice and qualifying, but if anything, that makes it arguably even worse. We've got rig changes potentially next season as well. So, areas of research and development, although nothing is confirmed, it's worth considering strategies to potentially address these issues. So, that now means we've got to save R&D towards the end of the year. I think maybe Twitch on the activity feed limits you to only 12 months. But yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't at the Williams event at the weekend. I had a couple of other bits and pieces that came up, sadly. So I wasn't able to make it down there for it. Maybe this track in the wet and the south will be alright. I've honestly got no idea.
Sea, we've taken over the streets of Baku. Plenty of testing and adjustment needed here in free practice.
Oh man, so I mean, basically immediately then we want to set up the car for the race, don't we? The race. So I may as well run a slightly high downforce setup and everything like that.
Radio check.
Obviously, I have got a Baku wet setup on this game. As always, if you want access to all of my setups, Matt212 setups over on YouTube. All of them are available there, free of charge. Right. I think I'm happy with that for the most part. That all looks good. Tyre wear normally here isn't much of a concern. So we'll wait and see as to how we get on. Hey, welcome in, Barry. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Why did you take a break? It was an involuntary break from streaming. Because my PC was having tech issues. I streamed last Friday. It hasn't been a particularly long break. But yeah, it was just Monday, Tuesday I wasn't able to stream. Crisp with 100 bits as well. Thank you, sir. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Are you cheering because I'm back, Crisp, or cheering because I was gone? We are ready for a wet race. We are. We are. God, it hasn't even... Like, I've played F1 in the time that I haven't streamed. I feel rusty, just like... I suppose I haven't played it today, which is quite rare. It's not often I go, apart from, like, weekends, it's not often I go a day that I play this game. But I did some iRacing this morning, so... And then had to edit up a little bit. F1, I really don't know what's going on with F1 at the moment. There seems to be more glitches now in the game. Like, I had a glitch, spoiler alert, in the driver career mode video that went live yesterday that I'd never seen before. But apparently now the game under red flags can be a bit broken. Which is very annoying. What team do I support? Sadly Ferrari, because I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. So I've been forced into it. Why Hulkenberg? Basically, I wanted to go with the Sauber just because it's obviously the worst car in the game, and I kind of wanted to see if Bortoletti could get some good results himself. I kind of wanted to drag him up the order. Plus, I wanted to try and get Hulk podiums and wins and things like that. Hence why we went with the Hulkmeister. Looks like iFerg of COD. I have no idea who you're on. I'm sure I will hit lots of walls during this session. I'm sure I will hit all the walls. Every wall there is around this Baku circuit, I will hit. I'm just that good. If you had to pick a driver to win a world championship for 2026 and 2027, I think the two... I think the two best drivers on the grid currently that haven't won a championship are Russell and Leclerc. So I would like to see both of those two win titles. Or Piastri. Did you guys just get a weird technical glitch on your end as well, or was that just me? Maybe it was just something I thought I saw out the corner of my eye. Hey, welcome in, Smith. Hope you're doing well, buddy. We'll leave properly at half-past, so I'm going to use it. Oh, no. Maybe it was just a one-time thing. If it's not my motherboard, I really don't want it to be my graphics card with issues. If it's my graphics card, that's a costly repair. Yell at me, chat, if it does it again. Piastri 2026 World Champion. The odds that McLaren are the dominant force next year is so insanely low. Simply because it'll most likely be the worst team, the factory teams are the strong ones, to kickstart new regs. Because that's just normally the way these things work. Yeah, there were a few glitches on a few videos recently. Again, I think that was PC related. Damn it. Alright, I need to lift off earlier. You can get a GPU for cheaper than RAM, which is reassuring. Oh, I've got too early that time, haven't I? Maybe? Nailed!
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well
Saw
done.
the Elgato stream for a second. The stream. How odd. So it just temporarily lost signal then. I guess that's not what I thought it was, which is reassuring. But still. Hi, can you crash? What kind of a first message is that? Oh, that's what I wanted to do before I forget. We'll go bang. That one. I want to get my throttle trace up. Hey, welcome in, Ziad. Hope you're doing well, buddy. What did I want? I wanted that one. I want that one. And I want to close all of you. Wonderful. Right. Telemetry's up now as well. Right. I've got R&D there, so let's do that one. Yeah, RAM prices at the moment are utterly insane. Utterly insane. I've got some old DDR4 RAM in my desk drawer, which I'm worried now by saying that out loud someone's going to rob me based on how much it might now be worth. But this is why I always try and keep like spares of some PC parts. Like I have got like a backup graphics card and things like that if I desperately need it. It's only I think it's a 1050 Ti or something. So it's nothing particularly special, but it just means if I need like a temporary one, then I've got something. But PC prices now are probably going to be insane for about 2 years, which is not ideal. Do you do live watch-alongs at sessions? I haven't done them before. Maybe 2026 we might do some, but we'll have to wait and see. Because normally I watch the Grand Prix with Matt212. So we obviously normally watch them together. And I think that there are quite a lot of people now that do race watch-alongs, aren't there, as well? Like, I know obviously Matt and Tommy do, Infratic does. There's quite a few other people as well. Ah! The Quadrant, yeah, I saw Quadrant doing them as well. But they don't, it's just like a camera pointed at them. I was like, that's probably the worst way to do it. Hey, if you got some on RAM cam, it'd be worth money. Cash money. Probably gonna add some trade. If given a real F1 car, can you drive it now, or would you be scared? I mean, I wouldn't be able to drive it very quickly, if that's what you're getting at. The thing is, though, what most people don't realise about driving a real Formula 1 car, it wouldn't be the straight line speed or anything like that. It's the insane amount of G-force through the corners. Well, I mean, you can clearly tell I work out a lot at the gym. I mean, I'm probably one of the henchiest streamers you see. But it's the amount of, like, G-force through your neck and stuff that would be the big problem. Like, I'd probably go through a high-speed corner and just my head would fall off. Or something like that. That's why you or I can't drive an F1 car. Every single time I go through the castle, it's scary. It never gets less scary. Can you please play Forza Horizon 5? I'm hyped for when Horizon 6 come out, but I never really got into Horizon 5. It's the first Horizon game I haven't 100%ed. It's kind of sad, but I was just never that interested in it. Although, yeah, 6 I'm definitely going to jump in. We'll do some streams and stuff like that when 6 comes out. But I can't, where I mainly, I mean, F1 now is probably one of the most arcade games I play. Where I mainly play, like, Sims and stuff. Hey, welcome in, Matt. I'm doing very well, thanks, buddy. I hope you're well. Right, one more lap then, and practice should be done. It's been a bit rogue at moments, but I'm feeling fairly confident as we prepare ourselves for qualifying. I was trying to come to British AR12. Oh no, I got a lot of time for Nick, but not quite. Oh, the understeer. You just get those occasional little bits of understeer in this car. Yeah, so I could be, like, I'd probably, if I was going to do, like, a Horizon 6 playthrough, I might do it on the stream or something. Just as a bit of fun. As I've said before, 2025 was kind of, once I'd moved house and finally got good internet, the year I kind of wanted to get into streaming a bit more properly. I kind of, before that, streamed, like, 2 or 3 days a week for a couple of hours where I could. And then once I moved house, it was kind of like, now I can really try and give it a proper go. Last 212 changes her job literally after next week. So in the new year, she's going to be working from home a couple of days a week. So the stream schedule will probably change around a bit, because I'll stream in the day when she's not at home more often, just because I don't want to be annoying her. But then I'll do some evening streams and things like that. Next year, though, I've genuinely got some high expectations for kind of what I want to achieve with the streams, with everything like that, which hopefully is going to be good fun. But we'll wait and see. I want to change that. That I'm not a fan of. No. I'm gonna hide that just because it's a little bit in the way. Yeah, we have low expectations and mods, but I have high expectations. Hey, welcome in, Pure Forza. I hope you're doing well, buddy. AI is set to 110. I run 110 AI, no assists, 100% races in these streams. It is basically the hardest challenge I can possibly set myself inside this game. But again, looking at it, the Sauber looks pretty good. First and third, I know it's only early on in free practice, but the Sauber car looks pretty good at the moment. I think we're ready for qualifying though, chat. The final dry session of the weekend.
And that's it. Practice is a...
The problem with that rain as well is it's never going to clear up. This race could take me 9 hours and it would still be wet all the way through. It will never dry up, this circuit. So, even if we get like a red flag or a safety car or anything, it is going to stay soggy. We've just got to deal with it.
And
Check
a
the
warm
snapshot
welcome
of
here
this.
ahead of qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand
get your gloves
Prix.
off.
Normally these streets are lined with vehicles, it's non-stop traffic jams, but today the roads are closed to everyone except the 20 best drivers in the world. It's time for qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
That's incredible. I love
Okay,
that.
radio
That's
check, radio
brilliant.
check.
Radio check.
What's my best track? Either Monaco or Spa, I would assume. I probably enjoy driving Spa the most, but Monaco I'm normally pretty confident as well at. Right. I think we're ready. I don't really want to change like the wing angle or anything. I'd rather be a bit slower in qualifying and have a bit more pace in the race, I think. If I've got enough time at the end of the stream, I might jump in quickly and try and do the F1 survival mode. But I'm not convinced I'll have enough time. We'll wait and see. So, it is full qualifying though, chat. So, if you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins right now. Where do you think we're going to qualify? If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Kick, come over to Twitch, Matt212, bet your noggins, you might win more noggins. Would highly, highly recommend. It's also probably the best place to watch the streams anyway. Up the Twitch massive. Right, so Ocon? Ocon is quicker than Leclerc. That's good going. Normally, this is a Charles Leclerc track on this game. I don't know why it is, but Charles Leclerc is always rapid.
We've been pushed down to P17.
So we'll wait and see. Joe, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome on in, I hope you're doing well. So sadly, I don't think we're going to reach my target 10k followers by the end of the year. We're going to need a bit of a miracle. I think we're just over 700 away on Twitch. Probably not helped by the fact that my brief hiatus. So 10k will have to most likely wait till the new year. Anyway, let's try and get a good qualifying lap in. I've gone out on mediums first just to give myself a bit of a benchmark. Of course, if we go through, we go through. If not, then just obviously means that I haven't wasted a set of soft compound cars trying to get my eye in. This is a circuit though where you've got to be very, very committed. Confident on the brakes and nice and gentle on the throttle. Just avoid getting too much wheel spin. It's also one area you've got to really manage the battery. Don't use too much of it too early. There you go, Hamilton now, fastest on the board. Good effort there. Don't do a Charles Leclerc. Don't do a Charles Leclerc. I almost did a Charles Leclerc. Back end just stepped out a little bit. I'll use a little bit of battery around the old town though. This is probably the toughest corner on the entire lap. Just because you've got to be so committed on the way in. One more real corner to go though. I mean, this has felt like a decent opener, decent banker, no major errors, anything like that. See what the time is when I get back round to the line though. See the battery I've got as well. Should be able to use a little bit. Come on. Yeah, we'll try and drain a little bit there. Activate the DRS. Oh, I didn't actually use enough on this lap. Okay.
And we've been pushed down to P20.
P5? That's pretty good going though. That should be a safe lead through, but we were still a good 7/10 away from Lewis, I think. That was good fun. That was good. I'm happy with that. My wheel and pedals all in is probably about 1,000-ish, £1,000. There or thereabouts. Which old F1 circuit layout do you like the most? Nürburgring, the old Nordschleife. Best track in the world. Maybe not for F1 cars, but still absolutely insane. So we were a 10th up on Lewis Sector 1, 2 tenths down Sector 2, 7 tenths down Sector 3, man. Okay, we've got no straight line speed. But had we found another 1/10.5, we would have gone quicker than Max. So I think Lewis has got a huge toe on his run. But he's still looking pretty good everywhere else. I must admit, yeah, I'm excited that Portimao is back. But I'm more excited that it's back because it'll be on the game rather than it back on the IRL F1 calendar. Because let's be fair, apart from the chaos at the start of the 2021 race, I think, where it was like dry to wet to dry, it's not a particularly good F1 racetrack, is it? It's not great. There's not really any memorable moments. Apart from, like, Raikkonen's lap 1. If you don't mind me asking, Bradson, where are you? How do you get the weather setting like that? Mine's basic. I don't know if you don't run, like, all 3 qualifying sessions or anything. It looks a bit different. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, winning by pole in 100% of your races when you've only had 2 isn't that crazy in modern-day Formula 1. But, I mean, Hamilton's got a 100% win record, doesn't he? He won both races at Portimao. So, I guess that means Lewis is going to come back and win it again. Obviously. The rain percentage? I don't know that there's an option not to have that. I've always had that. Maybe it's like a PC versus console thing. I honestly don't know. I didn't know it was ever any different, to be honest with you, damn. Yeah, Hamilton in the W11. Exactly. Exactly. Glorious. Glorious times. I mean, we're safely through, aren't we? Or we should be safely through. Although it is pretty close between everybody not called Lewis Hamilton, apparently. Yeah, there you go. P5 in the end. That's all right. So, yeah, Hamilton fastest. We were, just like I said, a 10th and a half off second fastest. I mean, to be fair, oh, Bortoletto! Big G sneaks it. I thought he was going to be out there in Q1, but he just makes it through ahead of Hadjar. So, both V-Carbs, both Alpines, and Ollie Behrman are out in Q1. So, I mean, from Alonso in 14th up to Verstappen in 2nd, only 7/10 of a second, though. That's pretty good going. I play on PC. Pretty much all game content you ever see from me is on PC, except for NASCAR 25.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Yeah, I'm going to need some big toes in Q2. Maybe I've got to try and work with Big G here. See if I can give him a slipstream. Right, where is he? He's gone out already. There is Bortoletto. Is he on a run? Oh, he's right up someone's... Oh, he's on an outlap. Okay. Fair enough. I'll let him off. I mean, maybe I'll head out about there. I don't know. You can only try and do so much in this game with, like, just giving Carl slipstream and things like that. Plus, the AI love to go out really, really early as well. Oh, he's on a run. He's the next car behind Sainz. I've got to try and give Big G a slipstream. Where is he? Oh, no. Come on. Come on. There you go. That's worked out pretty well. No, don't now fight me. I've sacrificed myself for Bortoletto. Damn it. I mean, can I get round with half a lap of fuel? Oh, I don't. Well, we'll head back to the pit lane. I literally just... if Bortoletto hasn't gone purple in that final sector... He did! So he gained about 0.6 of a second there. And the gap between him and going out currently is about 0.6 of a second. I've given Bortoletto all the help I can get there. That was pretty good. So, we'll go back out on the same set of tyres, though. Right, there you go. Hopefully he's safely through. Or it might be that I'm going to be the one that knocks him out. Either way, it's going to be close. Antonelli currently in the drop zone, but luckily for us, we got free track space now. And I've got time for 2 runs if I need it. Mixed game. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well.
We've dropped to P15.
I'm trying to go for ninth gear that doesn't exist. I assume we're still getting 8-speed gearboxes with the new gen of cars, aren't we? Not going up to like 9 or 10. Right, so I learned then in that first one that we can use a little bit more battery. I think you're so worried about using too much so you haven't got any down the straight that you end up actually compromising yourself. Easy. Easy. Oh no. Oh no.
Are you okay? That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
I'm stupid. I am stupid. Oh no. No, I genuinely didn't mean to press that. I'll retire the car. I genuinely didn't mean to press that. I wanted to have a look at the replay, but I pressed the wrong button. Damn it, man. I mean, we'll have to do the same thing, won't I? How did that not do the wing? The damage mod on this game is so hilariously inconsistent. Oh.
You've got front wing damage. Recommend you box for a new one. Box now.
If Bortoletto isn't into Q3, that has been a complete waste of a session. I can't even DNF correctly, man. Oh, man. I mean, look at that, though. Norris fastest on a 37.8. What did we do in Q1? Did we run a mid-38 or a mid-39? Because we might genuinely have not made Q3 anyway. Leclerc, is that you? Yeah, break the PC, go back to MIA. I'll never be back here again. Oh, man. I mean, P15, it might be easier to start from the back of the pack. I feel like lap 1 is probably going to be chaos. Congratulations if you thought P15. No, nobody thought P15. No, nobody was predicting that. Like I said, I'm happy that we did something, though. At least we got Bortoletto into Q3. I sacrificed myself. I made sure that Bortoletto could run. So I'm hoping he's going to be anything higher than 10th will probably be an achievement. But hopefully there's going to still be points available to the team. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, yo, Leclerc, how's that all tasting? Oh, man. Baku has to be the worst street circuit ever. The worst street circuit so far. Actually, there's worse street circuits on F1 at the moment. Let's be fair. Is Miami technically a street circuit? Miami's worse. I don't like Miami. I don't believe when you get disqualified, you start further back. It just disqualifies you from that session. So if I was like 7th and I got disqualified, it would effectively mean I start the race 10th. It doesn't move you back down the order or anything. Oh no! I've been pushed to the back of the grid! I thought I was going to get away with that, but apparently not. Well, there you go then. There's no incentive not to take fresh components. So we'll do that then. We're definitely starting at the rear of the field. We'll go like that. How many gearboxes I've got access to? 24. There you go. 25th gearbox in use. Love that. So that should be good then. But last to first, Baku, wet conditions, honestly, I'm nervous for this. I'm nervous. Las Vegas is a better street circuit than Baku. They're similar, but Vegas I think's better. Get your predictions in though, chat. Where do you think we're going to be in the Grand Prix? Again, if you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins right now. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Kick, if you're on YouTube, come over to Twitch, Matt212, bet some noggins. You might win some noggins. Let's do this thing. Get a DNF on. It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Oh, man. I have never played War Thunder.
A warm welcome to you all at home for
Is that
today's
the one where
Azerbaijan
people
Grand
leak, like,
Prix,
military
a
secrets
race that in
online
its short
to
history
prove that
has
War Thunder
already
isn't
proven no
accurate?
stranger to drama, and where a fourth race
I reckon we
start
can recover the
is
points.
just about as likely to give you a podium as pole position, with Lance Stroll and Sergio Perez finishing third from there in 2017
You
and
can go for a seconds
2018
on that wall.
respectively. It's
I'm gonna have to take it
3.7
so
miles
easy early
around a
on.
lap of Baku's
It's
city
so
circuit.
easy to lock
7
up here.
rights and 13 lefts, giving us a total of 20
We
corners.
might honestly be better
Watch
if
out
it's
for a
full
safety
wets than
car
inters.
today. Incidents are already common on this circuit, and the wet conditions will only make things worse.
I mean, imagine an
particularly
IRL
through the
wet
incredibly
Baku Grand
narrow
Prix.
turn 8. So with
Have we
the race
ever
not
seen a
far
wet,
away from
like,
starting, here's
competitive
what
session,
today's
like
grid
qualifying or
rundown
race?
looks like.
I don't think
Lando
we have,
Norris
have
put
we?
in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Max Verstappen
Brandon,
lines up alongside.
AR
Looking down
Tell,
the rest
thank
of
you
the
for the
grid,
follows.
we
And
have
DeMarco.
Piastri, Hamilton,
Come on, Big G,
George
where are
Russell,
you?
and Fernando
Where
Alonso.
are you?
Bortoletto,
He's
Sainz,
7th, chat. We helped.
Albon, and
We're
Lance
doing it as a
Stroll.
team.
Sonoda, Leclerc, Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
How do you have a silver
and
play
Ocon,
button when you only have 16,000
Hadja,
subs?
Doohan,
This isn't my main channel.
Ollie Behrman, and Liam Lawson.
I have another channel with
Gasly,
over 100k
and
subs.
Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Hey, welcome in, Jordan. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today.
Yeah, I am the Simon Whistler of sim racing.
Okay, give me a quick
Exactly.
radio check, please.
I got
Radio
channels
check.
everywhere.
Radio check.
Okay,
That-
this is going to take
another
a
glitch I've noticed,
monumental
chat.
effort from you. I need you to push incredibly hard if we're going to get a good result today. Let's go and make it happen.
For some reason, one, red flags now seem to be completely broken on F125. Two, the game now never gives Crofty enough time to finish his pre-race speech, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, it's just a bit weird. Every single time now he starts talking to either Ant Davidson or Naomi Schiff, and it just immediately cuts him off, which is a bit weird. Game reckons we can no-stop this. Do I actually try a no-stop strategy? It reckons we'll be down to like 40% left on the tyres by the end. I mean, I've never seen it recommend that, but Baku, if ever there was going to be a venue where you could try this, Baku has got to be right up there. It actually reckons a one-stop is quicker. I got to remember the Sauber is the thirsty girl as well, but we should hopefully save a bit of fuel. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I mean, it reckons lap times are going to be about 2 minutes as well, so this is going to be a marathon race. But if we can survive, it will arguably be one of the toughest races I've ever done inside this game. It reckons, yeah, the one-stop's better than the no-stop. I mean, if we get a safety car, if you get a red flag, anything like that, you're going to want to pit. So I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. We'll try and stay on the first set for as long as we can. Open up the race for us a bit later on. In intermediate conditions, you do not need to use 2 compounded tyre. 5 red lights are on. That's lights out, and away we go then for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I honestly thought there was a formation lap. Try and see if we can get a good start though. And then immediately I'll try and make sure that I don't lose the wing. We'll see if the AI causes any chaos through the first couple of corners. Hello. Hello. Down the inside of a couple of cars. Just keep it clean and tidy. Don't pick up like side pod damage and things like that as well. That's the key off the start. There we go. We've got Lawson and Behrman. Ocon and Doohan. I mean, Doohan up in P15. He'll have a nosebleed running that high up the order. What's this? I think it's Behrman. Trying to have a look down the inside. Won't get it hooked up though. And we'll go down the inside of his teammate instead. Come on. Nice and easy. Already a lot of cars are lying astern, but definitely still got some good pace. Got some good confidence on the throttle. just squeeze Ocon out there. I mean, I guess this is the good thing as well, obviously, about throwing the throttle trace. You can see just kind of how careful you've got to be with your engines. This won't go well. Doohan's backing out of it, wonderful. Sometimes the AI will back out on the inside, other times they'll just turn into the inside wall and take you with them. So we've got to be careful there. But I mean, we're up 5 places then on that one. Ooh. It's just knowing that the AI have got much more confidence and control on the brakes. Jeff McLaren is out in front. Has already got a huge lead. I don't know who that is in just a moment, but that's ridiculous. Final couple of corners are nowhere near flat. Antonelli there gets a little bit of a moment though, as Norris has gone up at the front of the order. He needs a good run of races towards the end of the year if he wants to try and close in on Max. As Antonelli almost to the inside wall there, we're going to make it 3 wide back in towards turn 1. Can I get the car slowed down late on the brakes, Daniel Ricciardo style? Whoa! There you go, cheeky double overtake. I mean, we're almost into the top 10 already. There's McLaren Stroll.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Yeah, doing the Super Formula test was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? He stacked it 3 times in 3 days at the Degas. Which, if you're trying to impress a new series, is probably not the way to go about it. I don't know what his disgust for Suzuka is, but he likes to always have big crashes. Stroll. That's his 2 awareness stat on this game once again. There you go, I'll immediately try and navigate him. Oh no, Big G! He's already dropping down the order.
Great pass.
Ooh. That was close. Trying to lose the wing. Right. It's probably not ideal, but I'm following Leclerc into Leclerc corner. I've got to be really, really careful with that. Hey, welcome into the Sonic. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Whoa. It's so difficult to be consistent. This is just a track that is always waiting to punch you. He says. It's things like the white lines as well you've got to be so careful with. White lines just slipping up near the walls, everything like that. As Big G then is going to drop out of the points very early on. Or apparently he's going to try and have a crash with Leclerc. He's pushing him! You see that? Bortoletto's like, yeah, you know what, we'll do a touring car bump and run. Like that is T1. That's ridiculous.
Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed.
Ah, man. That's not gone well. I wanted to try and catch him out on the switchback, and it didn't work. You know that thing about how he might be able to no-stop this race? He's got a 10-second penalty. The Sauber rivalry is damaging both of us. Yeah, both got wing damage. Bortoletto's got... Oh, I need to jump in before pit lane, don't I? Ah, Sauber
listen,
Civil War.
Don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look.
I mean, the longer this VSC stays out, the better, I guess, but... If it comes to the pit lane and we're still behind him, I'm going to have to try and jump him. We cannot go into the pit lane behind him with a penalty. I think Sauber, we've had a pretty good season so far. Maybe this is where it kind of unravels. We'll wait and see.
Confirmed.
Take a first set of interest, thank you. I mean, to be fair, he'd already picked up a bit of wear on. What's he doing? Like a second over the Delta, man. Go.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending.
I've got to try and get a run down the hill. Yeah, this is Ocon versus Perez-esque, isn't it? Oh, no.
Yeah, struggle for words. So sorry about that.
Right.
What even happened there? I wouldn't normally do it. I'm going to give myself a race restart. That was really odd. It's early enough in the race that we'll allow ourselves a restart. I just completely locked at the fronts, didn't I? That's mad. To be honest, I was unlucky the fact that suddenly the fronts gripped up. Because then that was why we just went straight through the back of Bortoletto. If I'd hit him square, we would have been fine. But because I didn't hit him square, that's what did the damage. And then we almost take Stroll with us. I'm going to restart that, because those first few laps were suboptimal. Pay out the predictions, and we'll go again.
Radio
Sauber
check,
driving,
radio
not
check.
Sauber.
Radio check.
Right, back of the grid. I mean, there is literally only one direction we can go from here, so try and move
I'm not
forward
ending
and
the
see if we
stream
can get
there.
something out of it.
I'm not ending the stream after 3 laps. We're going again. I don't care. We're early enough in the race. I almost jumped that as well. Right, we'll try and take it even easier in turn 1. I think the big issue is the brake bias. I think that's why I was struggling so much. We just kept snagging the fronts. Come on, nice and easy. Yeah, that wasn't the best start I've ever had on this game. Like I said, it's coming back to streaming everything like that. I feel a little bit rusty, so I'm not going to end the stream after a 4-lap run in a race. We're allowing ourselves a restart. I haven't even had as good a start this time, man. Oh, where's Gasly going? Thank you. Yeah, come on, man. Let's be sensible. Hulkenberg disqualified from the championship. I just had a couple of small issues. That was the problem. A couple of technical hiccups. That was all it was. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I think it was the bias I was just struggling with a little bit. We just kept snagging the brake. So now I've tweaked it. They normally let you do that though in Formula 1, don't they? IRL, if someone's had a bad start, they normally restart. That's how real life Formula 1 works. I think Big G's had a better start this time, remember? I think it's still going to be Norris ahead of Verstappen. I think end of lap 1. Why is Doohan got no speed at all through there? Yeah, so Norris is still leading then, chap, so hasn't changed up much else. Yeah, it's just a small skid. That's all it was. Oh no. I mean, I can't move the brake bias much more rearward. Otherwise, we're just going to start looking the rears. I guess we'll try 53. See how that goes. I've got no idea what to expect from the 2026 race. I know as much about them as everybody else. They might work, they might be terrible. Nobody knows until we actually get out on the track. I'm excited for them, but as I've said before though, I think the other big thing is next year the racing, the on-track product will most likely be worse. The field will be more spread out. That's just the way things work with big reg cycles. You take a few years for the field to bunch up, and then things are good again.
Nice move, good
I do
job.
like the way the AI will sometimes try and throw a bit of a late defensive block, but it is always scary. Especially when they do it after you've already tried to commit to it. Exactly. Like, if I make another mistake, then I'm still in trouble.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what
I mean,
you
yeah,
can
we
do.
definitely haven't had as good a start this time. But I'm trying to be a bit more patient with it. Trying to steadily gear ourselves. Patience is key, chap. Especially in such a long race, we're going to have plenty of opportunities. I reckon that final couple of corners is flat. Especially maybe going to run like that on this final. Come on, thank you. Sauber power, baby. It's glorious. It's a beautiful thing. Can I get a run on the Hajar as well? Oh no, apparently I am. Ah! Held onto it. Did I send it or did I didn't send it? That's what I'm talking about. I think everybody's expecting the Mercedes engine teams to dominate. Whether they will or not, again, we just don't know. Maybe Ferrari will dominate. Maybe Aston Martin will dominate. Let's not forget Aston Martin will have Adrian Newey there. And when Honda aren't kneecapped by McLaren's strict technical packaging rules, Honda can deliver a very good engine. And historically have delivered very good engines. Why have I got gloves on? To protect my wheel from my sweaty hands. Plus, they've also got my logo on them, which is pretty cool. I had good fun on Euro Truck Sim Friday night until the stream died. Which is a bit of a shame. Come on. I mean, this is the thing as well of Baku. It's normally a track where the AI are pretty good. They get slightly more battery.
We're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
But it's also one that if you're feeling confident, you can make up time on a lot of it. AI is set to 110. You've also got to be so careful about wall down turn 1. It will catch you out so easily. What is this tractor? Hey, this Sauber car won last weekend. First and fourth. Bortoletto was running up in like 6th at the moment. It's actually a very decent car now. The problem is with the Sauber still in this series, what I'm still learning, is that one day it's great, the next it's useless. It's still wildly inconsistent. That's the big thing that you've still got to try and get used to. It's just, if you get the setup slightly wrong, it's useless. If you nail the setup, get it bang on, it's actually a pretty good car in this game. It's pretty stable, it's obviously Ferrari engine, so it's pretty good in a straight line. It's not a particularly terrible car, to be honest. It can just be a little bit sensitive. Unlike a lot of other cars, you just cannot push this thing out of its comfort zone. You overstep the mark in this car, and it will immediately punish you, which a lot of other cars won't do as much. Again, like, if you outbrake yourself or get a bit too much wheel spin on a corner exit, this car will just immediately fly off. I mean, Monza, I wasn't expecting us to be as quick as we were, but we were able to control that race once the safety car died. I mean, through there, we've got a huge amount of speed. But I think that's partly down to a high wing I'm running. There you go, Stroll then will be a bit of a sitting duck on the exit. We will move up into unlucky P30. There's already some pretty big gaps forming up in front. But honestly, I don't mind. Anything to allow me just to settle into a bit of a rhythm.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Big G is, I believe, 6th? 6th or 7th? See, that's what I mean. You overstep it, she will punish you immediately.
The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
No, it's not. It's not going to stop raining.
So the rain's easing off a bit, but the track is still going to be wet for a while. Be careful. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Could it stop raining? It always said it was never going to stop raining. If it does stop raining, chat, I have never seen anything like it on this game. I thought this weather was fixed all afternoon to exactly what it is, but maybe it's not. Maybe that was why I locked up a bit down in turn 3. Oh, chat, I didn't mean to say it. I'm pretty certain Bortoletto's sick. I still don't get that meme. Is it even a meme? It just seems annoying. It's one of the reasons I like Ollie Behrman slightly less than I would. Because he keeps trying to do, like, what's it, 8-7 as, like, his own meme. I'm like, come on, mate. Don't be chronically online. Hey, welcome in, Falcon. Hope you're well, buddy. I wish I could be as good as you. See, most people have loftier ambitions. Most people think they could be a lot better than me, and they're normally right. I'm not that good at this game. I mean, I've just gone around the outside of Antonelli at turn 1, but I'm not that good at F1. I don't sweat it out that much. I would rather be okay at a lot of games than quite good at one, to be honest. I like being able to jump on like iRacing and stuff like that as well. Although I do want to get into a bit of LMU. I like rally games and stuff. I mean, it definitely seems like the track is drying out a little bit. Pace does seem to be getting quicker. That last lap, was that last lap of 56? I don't know what fast this is. I mean, it still is going to be all about survival. Just get to the checkered flag. But doing alright, he says. Famous last. Exactly, same way we're getting into ACC. But this is what I said though as well, with no F126 next year, it is going to give me more avenues to explore different stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to stop playing the F1 game.
Keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.4
that is where
seconds.
most of my audience, what they want to see. But I do want to branch out some more stuff. There you go. So, best laps are still 56s. So we have actually got pretty good speed here when I don't do that. Have you ever been with a woman? I'm engaged to a woman. I live with a woman. This is how I bought this house with my partner. I must have gone near her at some point. I put a ring on her finger. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh no. Oh. What on earth is going on up here? The partner should be Formula 1. Last 212 is better than Formula 1. There, chat, I said it. She better be in the stream right now to hear me say that. We started from the back of the field because I got disqualified in qualifying. Because I accidentally binned it. When last 212 reveal? Maybe next week. Hopefully next week. We're gonna do a video playing F1 race styles together. Which should hopefully be hilarious. Has Albon got wing damage or something? So he seems to be struggling. I don't know what's going on. Either way, I think Leclerc and I are both just trying to carve our way through a bit. I think Leclerc's the one I want to try and work with, essentially. Oh, there you go, Verstappen. Another new fastest lap, so... Yeah, the track is definitely drying out. I mean, even the AI now are getting closer to taking that final corner flat. So... Definitely not the Williams still, though. I mean, without DRS, that is 215 miles an hour.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
That's pretty scary in the rain. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not sure I'd want to do 215 miles an hour in the wet with no ABS or traction control. That would be pretty scary. Right, can we move up into the points, though? That's the goal. Doesn't mean the cult career mode is kept. I think F1 Race Stars will be a one-off video for now. Matt212's got her own life channel. She does her own thing. She doesn't want to have to spend more time surrounded by me going on about F1. Why do you think she like goes out to work and stuff like that? It's to escape me. Carl, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. And by escape me, I mean in like a fun, playful way, not in a weird, controlling way. Just thought I should clarify. I can just see that one getting clipped. Easy. It's definitely through the second half of the lap. It seems to be a bit stronger. AI taking that corner down flat though, which I guess is good. What is Sainz doing? He just lifted off. What's he doing, you madman? He's trying to play dirty with me. I don't respond well to that. There you go. Put him out over those curves. Hell under pressure from Albon, I don't care. We're into the points. But now everybody is a lot more spread out further in front. Now the rain is definitely getting lighter. I mean, you can definitely see a dry line, or a drier line.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
Anything from here, then, is pretty much a bonus. I think Leclerc and I are probably two of the quickest cars on track. Ooh, he says. I think a lot of the old F1 games you can play now on modern hardware. Oh, damn it.
Okay, Nico. Okay, Sainz is behind you. Okay, unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way to go.
Definitely a slightly dodgy rejoin on Hatchel.
Super critical for our strategy.
Wait, have I already failed the task? Yeah, get your bottle emojis in. The problem was there, I just wasn't convinced I was going to make the corner, so I just backed out early. Maybe I was going to survive it, I don't know. And as soon as I get up inside the points, I immediately lose it. I think I need to move the bias back.
Okay, I think we're still in the right tyres for the time being.
Of course we are. It's still raining. You can't honestly be considering dry compound tyres, surely. Oh no, this is not where I want to go for it. The sun's starting to peek through though. Ah! Stroll! He's put himself in the wall! Why did he think he'd have the grip there to go around the outside? How did he not lose more of his wing? I think he got away with that.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.2 seconds.
It might genuinely stop raining, chat. I'll be staggered if it does, but it does seem to be getting less and less. Mark the words. Oh, poor Mark Prix. I love Mark Prix. He's a good guy. Window licker? He was more like the wall licker then. Easy. Easy. Oh, come on.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain.
Oh, come on. Nose in. Oh, OG Matt212 fans remember me versus Jeff. The ultimate battle. Back on like F1 2021. We had such a beef on that game.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
We might have gone down an escape road, Brandon. Might have. I might have literally got up to P10 and then immediately overshot turn 3. So luckily I was able to flick it back round down the escape road. I'm a bit disappointed as well, chat. None of you commented on how good my turn
If you think you
was.
can get past, make use of the overtake button and see
Like
what you can do.
I was genuinely quite quietly happy with myself about that one. I thought I'd give you a couple of laps to praise me, and none of you did. Oh, the ETS2 stream was good fun. Like I said, it was a shame that the game died when it did.
Okay,
And the annoying bit as well was that last time two had tried to text me to say that I could keep playing for longer because he was going to be late home. And obviously I already wrapped up the stream. Ah! Antonelli! Please don't do that. What's he doing? Just go back to the racing line, man. What are you trying there? I think 54% bias again feels pretty good though. Hey, welcome in Rage, mate. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh yeah, the gold livery on the 2023 My Team car. That's just brought back like a core memory. It's those little bits and pieces you don't think about at the time, but then you look back at them nostalgia. We're playing on 110 AI. I only ever play 110 AI on this game, apart from co-op with Gam, which I guess is ended then. Every video you see of mine is 110 AI. Ah! That was a jump scare. Sights just randomly exploding. Okay, could that be a safety car? Could it be worth the switch to a fresh set of inters? I mean, you'd only have 10 lap fresher tires, but I think it might be worth it if we did get a safety car. The worrying thing is there seems to be no yellow flags, so I don't really know what's going on. Science is gone, but there was never any...
Okay, caution, caution. Virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta on your dash.
We're going to take the gamble now. We're going to pit for a fresh set. I think part of that is probably me slapping the walls, but I'll take, hopefully, what is going to be quite a cheap pit stop. Hey, thank you for the raid, Hayden. I appreciate it, buddy. Sorry, I was focused on sights, trying not to crash into him. But welcome on in. I hope you're doing well.
We're going green.
Shoes on a sim rig, absolutely. It's the way forward.
Okay, off we go. Back
much,
into the race.
better.
That was a fantastic
And look at that,
stop.
I've even remembered to turn on pit lane exit.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Right, now I just got to be a bit tidier, avoid the walls, and we should be good. Yeah, welcome to the amateur hour now. I think, Hayden, you were doing a career mode finale, weren't you? How did you get on? I saw before I went live, I was like, a championship finale. Yeah, pedal cam is for... If you subscribe to my OnlyFans, I've actually got my bare feet out on the videos. It's actually a stream overlay with the shoes. So you get full access to... I actually grip the pedals with my toes like a claw. Did the finale and unlock the new liveries. I don't know how much XP I've got on... Because I tried to do a couple of extra ones to make sure I had the XP just to get the liveries immediately. Whoa, hello. I might have to go through and try and, once I've done this race, see if I can get the... Yeah, I want the pink V-carb because I'm doing a V-carb career mode on YouTube. So I want to try and unlock that as well. My hope is to use that next season if I don't win the championship. Does the XP not carry over? Really? I'm going to be annoyed if that's the case. Why wouldn't it carry over? Is it stupid? Is it because they knew people would never touch survival mode again? Tokens... Seriously, the tokens reset? That's so dumb. They can't get people to play survival mode enough that they literally force you to play it again rather than just suffering it once. That's insane. Maybe I'll have to do that then after this race, depending on how much time we've got. I think I had, like, yeah, like probably 1,000 tokens spare or something. And I was going to get one of the helmets, but I was like, oh, I'd rather just save them for something worth having. Let's be fair, you can normally barely see the helmet in this game. There you go. And the inside of whoever that is. Thank you. No idea what's going on up here.
Nice move. Keep going.
Agile seems to be holding up a bit of a train. Oh, Alonso's gone. Alonso, down the escape.
VSC deployed. The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here.
No.
Slow down and maintain a positive delta.
Okay, the AI's letting me keep that one apparently. Wonderful. I should have given Ocon a penalty. What's happened is, I assume that's an engine failure, based on where he's parked. Yeah, I'm really trying to DNF this. It's just, whenever you get VSC, the AI just immediately slam the brakes. Like, just be a bit patient with it. But second VSC then, and I'm like, what's Ocon? He's just crashed into me. If I get a penalty for that, that's insane. Ocon just drove into the back of me under VSC. I managed to avoid doing. The least he could do is the same to me. Right, come on. We don't need this VSC out forever. We can try and get a good jump on the AI. I mean, Ocon now is most likely going to have to pit. But I want to get back to the front of this group just so we can then try and settle down. I mean, when you don't hit the walls, the tyre wear's pretty good.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens.
There you go. Return to racing speed. Absolutely nail that then. To the inside of Doohan. And he's been caught napping down at turn 1. Love it. Absolutely love it. Check fuel. Fuel we should be fine. I put loads of spare in just in
case. It's time to utilise some of this energy.
The Sauber has a bit of a drinking problem. She's a thirsty girl. So I made sure to avoid that. So I think, yeah, Stroll has got damage. So that's why we've got a bit of a train going on. Agile seems to have a little bit of speed to get away from him, but not huge. No, this is a bad idea. Behrman, never try that, chat. That was reckless. That could have gone so much worse for me. Come on. Yeah, we are not stupid that time. That time we're not stupid. Right, so I think, yeah, everybody is just slowly trying to find their way around Stroll. But where he's damaged that wing, he's actually got more speed
in the car behind by a few seconds a lap. Really good stuff.
No idea what he's doing. Just avoid Lance Stroll. There you go. We'll get round him again. Come on. I know to burn my battery in a
The weather's
straight line.
certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to stay like this basically all day, isn't it? Track's a little bit quicker than it was at the start. The rain's a bit better, but I don't think it's never going to dry out or anything like that. Looks like Verstappen now is out front, so he's got the jump on Norris. But if the AI1 stop,
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
I say he's just about keeping it away from the walls. Don't do anything too stupid, and look to survive. Easy. Come on, nose in. There you go. Beautiful. Right, can we try and get Gasly then through the final couple of corners? Oh, see, that's what I've got to just avoid doing. It's those little nudges that you don't think about. Just about got the speed over Gasly.
Nice work, mate. That
top
brings
end,
you up
that
a
Alpine's
place.
pretty good. There you go. So, ahead of Hajar then, it's about a 12-second gap up to Antonelli. I think once we get past Isaac, then we just try and really settle down. Right, I'm just going to quickly do this before I forget. There we go. Are you looking to have a baby? What kind of a question is that? Does that mean you have one to give away, or what on earth do you mean? Like, Latsu and I are not planning on having a child anytime soon. How do you pronounce the word scone like that? Scone. It's not a scone. I'm not posh enough to call it a scone, chat. It's a scone. And I believe that's the correct way, isn't it? Ugh. Oh, see again, it's that's what I've got to avoid doing. It's the brutal thing, you kind of almost got to underdrive it slightly. Oh, there you go, purple. So yeah, I think once we're in clear air, we have got very good speed. It is just about, again, avoiding those walls, staying out of trouble, and being consistent. I mean, Big G's doing very well. He's probably going to get jumped by Leclerc pretty soon, but he's keeping Tsunoda at bay. Every other driver wants to defend from me super aggressively.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
There you go, new fastest. 54.7. That's pretty good going. And somehow I still ended up losing time to Antonelli up in front. Right, let's get him. We've got a big gap now, chat. We're at 1/3 distance. We're going to hopefully just settle him for the long.
Okay, Nico, we've got high reserves of VRS, so let's try and use some more.
Why do they want me to use up all my battery? There's just nowhere really you can at them. Any wet weather, no assist driving tips? Try and be smooth. Be smooth and be cautious. You'll gain more time by not making mistakes than you will by trying to be the hero. Like me earlier on. And it didn't go well for us. I mean, these conditions aren't too bad. You seem to make up a lot of time through there as well. I reckon we probably could run a medium. I reckon in these conditions at the moment, medium ERS mode might actually be the way to go, which is rare on this game. Pretty much always you want it on none and then just use overtake as and when. There seems to be, so many big braking zones here that you seem to be able to actually use it. I mean, this lap so far then, we're already over a second quicker than Antonelli.
Oh, mate, you made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you. Smashed it.
Oh, that's why you don't try and do something on your computer at the same time. Ugh, I almost knocked over my glass. High stakes. Ah! Oh. Come on. This is where I've got to really try and focus on the consistency. This is where we've got to get into a rhythm. The way I tilt my head every turn is goofy. I can't stop doing it. I've done it ever since I was a kid. I can't help it. Like I said, I don't even know that I'm doing it. But even when I watch videos back on there going, I look so ridiculous. I just can't help it. Right, maybe I need to put my head in a restrict device or something. I think we've had 3 DNFs this season, I want to say. Shanghai was an engine. Monaco was a crash. And then I feel like we've had one more. And I can't remember where. Hey, have a good one, Dom. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. This is my day job. I create content full time. Are you in an esports team? No. Someone did
You're
dox
increasing
themselves
the gap on the car behind by 5/10 a lap.
I've got no idea. All I've done is mute them. Funky Monkey, thank you for following. So my wheelbase goes up to 8 Nm of torque. And I normally use 7 on it. On F1 I use 8 because the force feedback's not that aggressive on this game. Shanghai in this series, especially the sprint race, is probably one of, if not the best races we've had this season. In terms of just absolute chaos. It was genuinely incredible. IRL as well, Shanghai normally does deliver a pretty good race. It's a very weirdly good track. Because it's not one you'd ever expect to be that good, but it often actually does deliver. I think prior to Zandvoort last year, which obviously had the craziness earlier on, I'm pretty certain that Shanghai 2016 has the most overtakes of any Formula 1 race ever. It's only a week till Christmas, isn't it? That's slightly concerning. I mean, I've got all my Christmas shopping done and everything. Right, I think now we're kind of hopefully in for the long haul. Last 2 and 2 did pretty much get it all done, yes. Absolutely. But I saw that a few little bits and pieces, mainly for last 2 and 2. Weather report, it's going to stay raining all day.
So this rain could be with us for a while. Light
There you
rain
go.
conditions for the foreseeable future. We're not
It
certain
is-
which is the best tyre right now, dries or inters.
Oh, I'm pretty certain, Mark. It's definitely the Inter. How can you debate whether it's worth going to dries? It's still raining. Why did you take Alex Gilliman in a correction race? I didn't do it on purpose. He just broke on an exit of a corner. I wasn't expecting him to. And I apologised to him immediately.
The track's drying, but it's going to take a while to clear the standing water offline. Don't start thinking about slicks just yet.
Hang on a minute. So you're telling me 1 second, Mark, that it's somewhere between dries and inters, and now you're saying it's definitely intermediates. Make that make sense. Even Mark can't make up his own mind.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, gap to the car in front, 7.9 seconds.
It is definitely not soft tyres at the moment. Like I said, my aim is to stay on this set of intermediates right the way through to the finish. We'll wait and see if we need to make another pit stop later on. But the pace is pretty good at the moment. I think Bortoletto now is coming under some pressure.
Tyre condition still looking good.
I would argue most circuits generally deliver a better race on the F1 game than IRL. The game is just way easier to stick with the car in front. Plus there's a lot less risk attached. Who's my celebrity crush outside of F1?
Okay, so this
I don't know
light
who
rain
my
is
celebrity
with us
crush
for a
is
while
inside
now.
F1. I mean, I guess she was at the F1 in Abu Dhabi, wasn't she? But Anna de Armas. Whoa. Oh, God, I'm starting to overdrive the car a little bit. I probably have a little bit of a man crush on Lewis, but don't we all? Is that not fair? Jamie Chadwick. I mean, whatever floats your boat, I guess, but... Yeah, we seem to be building up a bit of confidence, though. I mean, we're not even halfway there yet. This feels like such a marathon Grand Prix. It's got to be... I mean, if Singapore rains next weekend, that's got to be, I think, the longest race you can do. Maybe Monaco? Actually, a Monaco full wet would be a long afternoon. I don't think I've done a fully wet Monaco Grand Prix on this game. I know I've had a couple of races with changeable conditions in Monte Carlo, but I don't think I've had a full wet race. I'm going to assume Matt's British because a lot of people don't like the British accent, including me. You could have just said it straight up. That's such a roundabout way of kind of deeply insinuating it, but not wanting to say it outright. I mean, some people say I talk differently on videos than kind of how I talk normally. I don't really notice it as much personally, but...
Next car is
Still in
4
back.
seconds ahead. 4 seconds.
Yes, I am. We are trying to survive. It's a long old race. Do I have an apple? What on earth is that? Apart from the band. Abs. Oh, yeah. I'm absolutely shredded. Can't you tell by my massive arms? CTV, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in, buddy. I hope you're well. Oh, ABS, sorry. No. No, I don't run any assists on this game. I am not Northern. You clearly don't know much about UK accents if you think I'm Northern.
Gap to your teammate
I do not
ahead,
sound like a Northerner.
14.2 seconds.
When we play RV Air at the end of the week, we might have a Northerner in there. But I'm not a Northerner. Oh, come on. That was it. So Antonelli seems to be struggling a little bit now to keep up with Albon again. Diggs, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're well. Welcome into the stream. You talk differently. Apparently, yeah, I seem to... I guess because I'm talking to you guys live, I try and be a little bit more energetic with it. But that's also because obviously in a video I only, you know, sometimes I'll record for like an hour and a half and I'll talk for 25 minutes. Obviously when I'm live, if I only talk for 25 minutes in an hour and a half, not many people are going to stick around. It's going to be very boring otherwise. So it's why we normally have like random chit chats and things like that during the streams. Now, I don't use Racing Line or anything like that. I haven't used Racing Line on an F1 game for years. It'd be weird going back to it, in all honesty. It's probably slightly quicker, but I prefer not to use it. It feels like more an achievement when you survive a race using real line.
Okay, good
Plus,
work.
if you can
Great
learn
pass.
how to race without line, it's one of those skills that's transferable to basically every racing game. So it's well worth doing if you can. What's your thoughts on visiting the Rockies? I'd love to go. It's not top of my bucket list, but somewhere I'd love to see. Although I'd love to see most places around the world, so... we have pit. I pit under a VSC earlier on, and once I get back past Albon, we'll basically bring back to where I was before I pit. I don't know if the AI are planning on pitting at some point.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
Thank you for the follow. I hope you're well. I think the AI could no-stop this race, if they keep it clean and tidy. The no-stop is definitely doable. I only picked because the VSC came out pretty much the right time. So I was like, oh, we'll try and throw caution to the wind. Plus, I'd been a little bit ragged earlier on. So just kind of wanted to make sure
Just
that
so you know,
now
we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data. So keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems.
That is not one that I've heard in a long old time on this game. That makes me slightly nervous, but I think we should be okay. Right, come on then. Oh, we should be able to get Albon. It's close to the wall. Next up then will be Big G. But again, he's only 10 seconds up the road, so we should be a fair bit quicker at the moment. Hey, welcome in, Dan. No more, buddy. It's my #1 place to visit, Buffalo. I don't think it is. I could not tell you anything about Buffalo, apart from it's a city in America. Yeah, you can. There are ways to learn no racing line. A lot of it does, though, generally after a little while come down to kind of instinct. Like, it still will normally take you a few laps to learn circuits and stuff. You normally get a pretty good idea pretty quickly once you've done it enough times. As to, you can head to a new track and learn pretty easily. Especially in an F1 car, because the brakes are so good. I mean, you're never really braking for a corner more than 150 metres out. It doesn't mean I never make errors, but... So Leclerc, oh no, Hamilton now is down to 7. I was going to say, Leclerc's progress seems to have stunted. This seems to be doing pretty well. I don't know if Lewis has pit. Yeah, I think Lewis has. Because Verstappen's sliding in as well now, so... This would be a good idea as to whether our undercut has worked particularly well. But I think it has. It might well be that we pit again towards the end, depending on what the AI's pace is like, but... There you go then. I was not expecting the AI to necessarily pit. But good to know that they are. We've hopefully gained out because of it. Purple through that little sector once again. Cabbage, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I appreciate it.
Okay, Gabriel's in the
big
pits.
G in.
Gabriel is in the pits now.
I don't even get to overtake our teammate on the road. 53.7.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Where are we going to be up to then? Up to P6. So we're ahead of Piastri, we're ahead of Bortoletto, and we're ahead of Leclerc. So that, well, I mean, it's quite a big undercut, isn't it? But hitting under the VSC has definitely gained us a fair old chunk of time. The tyre wear is still looking pretty good. Less than that.
And we're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
Wonderful. They've been on the intermediates all day, Mark. It's going to stay that way. That was not the line there. Would not recommend that to people.
Tyre condition still looking good.
See, as soon as everybody else starts picking, Mark decides to give me... Mark decides he wants to give me anxiety when it comes to the tyres. He's now suddenly talking about them a lot. Have I had 2 mechanical failures this season, Channel? Just 1. I know I had one in Miami. Sorry, in Shanghai. Is that the only one I've had still? Or did I have one more? Honestly... Oh yeah, we retired at Zandvoort, didn't we? Because I crashed. That was wrong. But then again, the car felt terrible all weekend. So. The telemetry is from race laps. It is PC only, it is its own separate piece of software. Well, there you go. Hamilton in again. Had Hamilton not pit then? Is he just struggling? Suddenly now we're almost into the podium.
The Red Bull drivers just moved into first place.
Guess I can't complain, but... There we go. Yeah, so Hamilton hadn't pit then, I don't think. Although Bortoletto seems to have maybe got the jump on him. No, no! Damn it. Come on, let me go. Why is this game not giving out yellow flags? It's very weird.
Major front wing damage. Box, box, box.
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not the worst time in the world. We can pit, get a new wing on, everything like that. Try and see us through to the end.
There's a new strategy available on the MFD.
I just was trying to brake a little bit later. I don't know why. See, even when you feel like you've done no line enough, you still occasionally make errors. I've got to make sure that I don't get in Bortoletto's way. I mean, like I said, I wondered if we were going to have to pit again towards the end, so maybe we're just hurrying up our second stop. Luckily, there are enough set of intermediates.
Your lap times are falling off now. We want you to pit for repairs. Box, box, box.
Nope. That's close. So easy to understeer at high speed. Understandably. Yeah, I don't know how that wasn't a safety car. But it is what it is. Right, I've got to be so careful through those final couple of corners. It is not flat out without a wing. Sorry, Gabriel. Get on with it. I help our teammate a little bit? Can I box Hamilton in behind him? Yes, we can. I think we're 3 wide. By the way, I don't want to get involved. I'll leave those two to fight. The Brazilian versus the honorary Brazilian. Whenever I seem to move back up into the top 10, I seem to make an error in this race. I don't know if there's a pattern there or what. But we're gonna drop back outside the top 10 again. I joined the stream as the crash happened. I thought it was just a normal video.
Right, let's go. Come on.
Oh,
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
All right, come on. Let's settle back down. I went, what, 9 or 10 laps before the first mistake? I went about 15 on the second mistake. We're going to try and go just over 20 without any more errors. At least now tyres is basically going to be even between myself and the AI. So it will be interesting to see how we fare. But on a race that could have been a no-stop, sadly it hasn't gone that well for us. But we can definitely still get points. Sauber should be on for a double point.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
I think we can still get Bortoletto by the end. That's the goal. Be our team. I mean, it's still just spitting with rain, isn't it? It's not raining that much. Come on. This is when you get those little snags of the brake. It's so scary. You just think the car's going to immediately go straight on. Normally it will grip up again, but the Sauber you just can't rely on it to. I don't think we can win this race. I think unless we get a safety car or a red flag, I think Verstappen and Norris are a bit too far ahead. I reckon we could still get Hamilton, who of course is one of my big title rivals. Russell's the other, but I think he's a bit too far in front. But we'll keep trying to push. We'll keep trying to drive a bit better towards the end. It's all those little things as well, chat. Like obviously coming back and I haven't streamed F1 in like a week, but like trying to read chat and stuff again. Baku's a pretty unforgiving circuit for it anyway. But kind of trying to do all of that. I want to upgrade my monitor for chat so it's a bit bigger, so it's a bit easier to read. But I'm not sure I've got the funds for that at the moment. Because the monitor I currently use for chat is 24 inches, and it is quite far away from me. So I'd like to upgrade that to like a 34-inch monitor if I can. Nosy. Blind 212. I can't move it closer, it's on my wall. It's mounted. And all I can do is move my rig closer, and I don't really want to do that if I can avoid it. I like not sitting too close to my monitors. Where I do this a lot, I like to sit a little bit further away because it does help my eyes. If I lose my eyesight, then I definitely can't do this. This is not Monaco. DJ, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're well.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
So there we go. When we get it hooked up on fresh rubber, we are still clear. Oh, I would have rather seen Oscar win the championship, but I don't mind Lando being champion. My list was Oscar, Lando, Max to win it, so I don't mind too much. I think you could make a strong argument why all three of them could have been champion this year. Which is biased. immediately says Australian instead of Brit. Or do you mean McLaren's British players? Any tips for new wheel players? Just honestly practice. I remember when I first got a wheel, it was so weird to kind of learn to begin with, but it does take time.
Verstappen's just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
Has he indeed? Okay, so Verstappen then. Trying to give me a little bit of a run for our money. Who do I think will win next year? Russell. I don't know why, I'm just going to say Russell. Maybe Mercedes is going to be OP. There you go, there's a big run on Antonelli. Where's he gonna go? Ah! Back into the points again.
Nice move, good job.
This is gonna be new fastest lap, it's gonna be close. Yeah, there you go.
That was the fastest lap of the race, keep this up, well done.
Anything Max can do, chat, we can do better. So we got 20 laps to
Increasing
try
the
and
gap
keep
to the car
16
behind by a
seconds
few
at
seconds per lap. Keep it up.
That should be doable. Pace is pretty good. JSZ Rattle, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I'm probably butchering your name. Oh man! I knew I was going to do that one though, so I made sure not to damage the wing. I've got to brake at the 150 in these conditions. You cannot brake at the 100. Yep, get your bottle emojis in, chat. I mean, to come back to a wet Baku race was a pretty brutal return, wasn't it? It couldn't have been much tougher than this.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Avoid the walls. Avoid the walls. Ow. Or not that, apparently. I mean, yeah, we've made a few mistakes, but I don't think I've had a single warning for track limits so far. I mean, it is Baku, it's pretty difficult to get one, but still food for thought. And yes, it's as soon as I get in the top 10 I make a mistake. That's the third time it's happened today. I'm cursed whenever I get into the top 10. I just have to relegate myself back out of it. I'm going to have to try and get Antonelli on the run to the finish, aren't I? To make sure I actually stay there. Exactly, I paid for the game, I'm going to use all of the game.
Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 19.5 seconds.
Right, there you go, now it is bang on 1 second a lap in each state happening. How many hours do I have on F1 25? Probably about 650 at a guess. But probably 150 of those are recording replays. Exclamation mark wheel. If you want like wheel and bass and pedals and everything. Dominance. Probably next year. I think that's what a lot of people think is going to happen. Mercedes are going to be the team to beat. So sketchy. So sketchy. Right, I want to get past Antonelli, overtake him for the final time today, and not get re-overtaken. That's the goal. Last 212 is finishing work, chat. Now the race is really on. Can I finish before last 212 gets home? That's the real question. Nelly again. I'm going to try and fight me. I don't know how many times I've overtaken Kimmy today, but it's too many. Now the new fastest lap. My favourite driver is Hamilton. We're having pizza tonight, actually. So, oh, chat, I forgot to say to you. All. Last night, we went to my parents. My dad basically rang me, and he was a little bit cryptic. He was like, "Are you available this evening?" And I was like, "Well, we've got to go out a couple of places, but I should be around." He was like, "Oh, can we come over at some point?" I was like, "Well, we're going out, so is it easier for us to come to you? Plus, it means we get to see Dog 212." So, as many of you know, in just 2 weeks' time now, I will be, myself and Last 212 will be looking after Dog 212 for about 4 months whilst my parents go on holiday. So, as like a pre-thank you for looking after Dog 212, they have given us, drum roll please, an air fryer. I've wanted one for so long, since Last 212 and I moved. I have always wanted one. So we're gonna test it out tonight. We're gonna try and cook some chips in it. I'm so excited. Maybe I'm old, maybe I'm middle-aged, but I've got an air fryer. I'm so happy about it. Air fryers are okay. Last 212 and I said we'll probably get one next year. We just need a bit more kitchen space. But luckily my parents have sorted that out for us. I believe the new rewards for F1 challenge, survival challenge are now available, yes. Right, come on. Another fast lap.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Oh, sorry, Albert. That was a bit more aggressive than I'd intended, but we've done it. I mean, we have been going a lot quicker than Bortoletto over these last few laps again. Come on, there's still a chance for some good points. I could be tempted to do like a last question mark McLaren series at some point. That could be quite good fun. Although I am a bit of a bottle job, so you wait and see. Yeah, that could work out quite well, doing like 2 races a stream or something, couldn't it? Have to start every single race from last.
Gap ahead, 14.2 seconds.
I mean, I've kind of now set myself a bit of a challenge on this game. That I want to win a championship with every single car. That's my goal. So I've already done it with Aston Martin. I've already done it with Red Bull. I've already kind of done it with Cadillac, although that was my team. Hopefully I'm going to do it with Apex GP. Hopefully I'm going to do it with VCarb. I missed out with Mercedes in the George Russell career mode. That was a bit of a shame. Although I did do it in co-op. So I guess that one's technically ticked off. I've done it with Ferrari. So that leaves McLaren, VCarb obviously that I'm with currently, Sauber, which obviously I'm doing this series with, Alpine, and Williams and Haas. So we are steadily getting there. I will try and unlock the new liveries in survival mode at some point. Yeah, last to last challenge. That'll be a McLaren career mode if I did that. Ashboy, Pete Val, thank you for the follows. Yeah, I want to get into LMU. It does seem like it's going from strength to strength at the moment. Problem is I just use iRacing so much. iRacing is kind of like my hardcore sim of choice. I will definitely go through and unlock the new rewards. I don't know when I'm going to do it. It won't be this stream, sadly. Because, say, once this race is done, I'm going to have to wrap up fairly quickly. Just because I need to sort out a couple of bits before Last 212 gets home. But I will probably just do it, like, at the end of a stream at some point. I mean, I've got a couple of plans for other career modes that I'm going to be doing pretty soon. Hopefully, just before Christmas, I'm going to kickstart a new one on the main channel, which should be good fun. But say, obviously, between like doing more live streams and stuff like that as well, hopefully, although obviously we've got no new F1 game for 2026, we can still do some exciting things, which should be good fun. I've got plenty of ideas, chat. I've always got plenty of ideas. Yeah, Big G does seem to be struggling a bit towards the end. Hamilton's getting away from him now. But, I mean, a double Sauber point haul would be pretty good still. Even if it's just a handful of points, it's not quite going to be the almost double podium last weekend, but you got to take what you can get. That Aston Martin's getting lapped. It's Lance Stroll. Fernando Alonso unfortunately retired from the race.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
I mean, yeah, we've had good pace today. It's just been the consistency. But that's to be expected in the Sauber. As I've said before, it's not actually that slow a car in this game. It's just difficult to be consistent with her. I've not used an Xbox controller to play an F1 game in nearly a decade, so I'm not the person to ask, I'm afraid. I don't really follow football at all, so when
And
people
back
ask
to
me
the
who I
car in
support,
front,
my answer is Full Screen Rovers,
9.6
just because it's my
seconds.
local club. What's my predictions for Kimi next season? I think he could be a real thorn in George Russell's side. I think Mercedes, not only are we kind of hyping them up as a team to watch anyway, but I think kind of that inner team rivalry will be fascinating next year. Because Kimi has got a God-given talent to drive a race.
Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe
George
more.
Russell
Light
has
rain
also got
is
a
here to
God-given
stay.
talent to drive a race car. And, you know, it's kind of, will Kimi be able to kick on? Because he's been a bit of an issue for George towards the end of this year anyway. He has been looking really strong on quite a few races. So we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Verstappen will go GT3 after F1. I can see Verstappen doing a lot of endurance racing. Whether that'll be, I mean, some of that will definitely be GT3. I can see him doing like hypercar, that kind of thing as well. Verstappen would just be one of those people that jumps in whatever he feels like.
You're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff.
Although, maybe this is a controversial opinion, chap. I know Verstappen has said he most likely will never attempt it anyway. But I genuinely don't think he'd be that good in the Indy 500. I think he wouldn't be able to figure out over-racing that belt. I think he'd really struggle with doing something like that. I'm fairly happy Portimao's back. It's a fun track to drive on the F1 games. Hasn't really delivered any good racing IRL, but hopefully with the new cars, it'll deliver. Nice.
The weather's certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there.
Ooh.
We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. We've been saying that all day. I mean, to be fair, I was expecting this race to be wetter than it has been. The race pace has been a bit quicker than I think the game was expecting, which is quite nice. And it is still definitely ramping up still, when I don't make mistakes. I've got to make sure, though, that we get around Bortoleto cleanly, that we don't have any kind of issues. Anyone to remember everything having angry birds as their sponsor. Ferrari got any chance next year? Maybe. They got as much chance as anybody else. It'll just depend how they kick on with the new regs, won't it? It's anybody's guess though what will happen next year. So we should get Bortoleto. We might be able to get Hamilton. I think Hamilton is the last car that we might be able to get to in this race. Like I said, unless we get a safety car or something in the dying stages. I think if we did, I probably wouldn't pit. I don't think it'd be worth it. Although we'd probably only lose a couple of spots, wouldn't we? I don't know. I don't think we're going to have to cross that bridge, though. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid the wheel spin a bit more later on. Yeah, you've definitely just got a little bit more grip, haven't we? I'm starting to turn in a little bit early for some corners. Just because you've got a bit more front-end bite than you're expecting. Almost you can, yeah, just brake a little bit later than you think you can. Turn in a little bit later than you would want to. Kind of having to manually think about it, which is not ideal. You want all of that to kind of be second nature, but the track evolving the way it is, do you know that you're not supposed to hit the walls? Are you sure? I'm not convinced. Sometimes you're meant to hit the walls. Just a little bit.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
How do you feel about NBS being elected FIA president? I mean, we all knew it would be a few weeks ago, didn't we? Because of the fact that Bernie Ecclestone's wife basically decides who's going to be president. Which kind of seems a bit bizarre if you ask me, but there we are. I mean, that's exactly why it's set up the way it is. I say Bernie Ecclestone's wife, it's Bernie. Besides. She don't give a damn. Maybe she does, I don't know. I'm 1/5 of the way to get Matt wearing his suns. Perhaps there needs to be more options to bet on the screen. Yeah, we're definitely taking good time out of Lewis, though, as well. We might be able to get Bortoletto this time round, depending on what his run's like at the final corner. But, yeah, just generally got pretty good pace at the moment. It's not incredible pace, but it's pretty good. There you go, purple. Like I said, just trying to avoid the little moments, the bits of wheel spin, the small lockups, everything like that. So hopefully now we'll get a nice run out of that final corner. We're closing in on Big G just a little bit. We're not going to be close enough, though. He should help me carry speed all the way to the line. There you go, 52 what?
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Maybe we could go sub 150 by the end of this race, depending on if the track keeps ramping up. Yeah, we're starting to struggle with the rear locking again a little bit. This is probably quite a big risk late on. But you do steadily, as the track dries up, you want to move the bias slightly more forward. But the last time I ran 55% bias and we were up behind Bortoletto, it did not end well. I'm certainly not implying corruption within the FIA. Never in a million years will I ever try and make a claim like that. Come on, Gabriel. This is not where I want to go for the move. So I'm going for it. Ah! Ah, Bortoletto hit the wall. He almost clobbered the inside wall as well. Did he get away without damage? That's what Stroll did earlier on. I think he's okay, staggeringly. Hey, I think he's alright. I don't think he got any damage from that. slow through there, but no slower than the AI are normally, I don't think. Don't pit Autoletto. No, he's fine, chat. He's not happy with me, but he's fine. There you go. So 10 seconds to Lewis then by the end. Again, we need a second a lap. I certainly don't think we're going to take 25 seconds out of Leclerc. He has been pretty good today. This is often a good Leclerc track on this game. Just seeing me have penalties, I think. He was starting way down the order, wasn't he? I'm sorry, Big G, I didn't mean it. I love you, really.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 9.6 seconds.
The V-Car Miami livery is definitely still available. I think it's just been made available today, hasn't it? That's the one I want to unlock. That way I can use it in the V-Car Prix, I think. I don't actually know how you enable different liveries in Prix, though. Because I could always use the special Sauber one, couldn't I? Yeah, I was going to say. I genuinely don't know. I need to have a look. I mean, to be fair, this lap I've taken, what, 1.5 over out of Leclerc? We're not going to get to him, but we're not going to be... Actually, I mean, there's a huge gaggle of cars there, isn't there? I think Stroll's holding them up, which is not helping. Maybe I could still lap Stroll in this race. I mean, we took near enough 2 seconds out of Leclerc.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 3.6
like I said, it's
seconds.
not likely, but if those guys all keep battling, there's a slim possibility that something more could be doable. Have you got to go into customize? That's what I was going to guess. Got to go into customize it. I just didn't know for sure.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Goal number 1 is make sure that I get Lewis. Got to try and stay ahead of him in the World Championship. Anything more than that is a bonus. Yeah, there's definitely a battle going on in front. Sonoda's just dropped down. There is definitely some battles, and that can cost them a lot of time. Whoa, that was early on the battery. Yeah, I think, again, Stroll even is holding people up. Matt, Zach, thank you for the follow, buddy. I hope you're well.
Okay, keep your eye on that gap ahead, please.
Sauber have got both cars inside the top 10. Courtesy of that slipstream I gave to Big G in qualifying. Aiden as well, thank you for the follow. Do you Formula Apex on Roblox? I have never played Roblox in my life. I have never installed Roblox, I have never used Roblox. I have never done anything with Roblox. And I probably never will.
The track's drying, but it's going to take a while to clear the standing water offline.
Over
Don't start
3
thinking about
seconds
slicks
that
just
Leclerc
yet.
that last lap. They are definitely causing each other issues towards the end.
Okay, Nico, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Okay, Mark. Let's do it. terrible. But yeah, we're taking so much time out of Leclerc. I know that middle sector we've been good all day, but it's kind of ridiculous. Happy with how the setups felt on the car for the most part as well. Setup has felt pretty good today. Especially considering it's a Sauber in the rain. Yeah, Twitch is the place to be. Can we ever seriously play F1 25
Okay,
on the Switch?
nice work. Really
Is
good
F1
job with
25
that target,
it's not
mate.
even available on the Switch, is it? I don't believe. If it was, that would be hilarious. Matt212's all good, bless her. She's only got a few days left at work before she's off for the Christmas period, which she's very much looking forward to. I don't believe F1 25 is on Switch. I don't believe any of the modern games have been on Switch. I honestly can't say I've ever heard of him. One for points in the prediction. I mean, so you've been around here enough to know that when you say that, now is when I will bottle. Like, just making that very clear. I will now either make a mistake or something will happen. And it will come back to haunt us both. Yeah, see, when the AI are not battling each other, we don't take that much out. I mean, I want to lap strong. That's the other goal. But he might hold up Lewis a little bit. I'll have to wait and see. Manifest a points finish. I mean, we should be on for points. What's weird this season is it's not often that I finish in the points but don't win. Oh, McLaren's gone. McLaren span is Piastri. Is that potentially a spot game for us? Oscar Piastri, though, I think he just must have pirouetted round down at T1.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by.
It's having a false feedback. Hello? There we go. That's always weird. Yeah, look at that Piastri dropping way down. I don't know if he's got wing damage or whether he avoided that, but definitely opens up the door for us. I think he's good. But yeah, we're definitely just still going quicker. The fact that we might still put points on Hamilton this race, after everything that's happened, I think genuinely, oh. Ooh, I thought that was the engine. If the engine had gone 5 laps from home after a race like today, I would have probably cried. It also would have meant the restart we did right at the beginning would have been pointless. So, happy that that hasn't been the case. Ow. Come on. Come on. I mean, we haven't used DRS once this afternoon. I don't think... If they suddenly enable DRS now, then I'll know it's rigged. I can't work out if Piastri has got damage or he's just struggling. Because again, he's one that we might be able to get by the end. I can't... You know, Piastri's still ahead of us in the time, isn't he? Lawson's gone. Okay. 3 mechanical failures then for the AI this afternoon. Lawson, Alonso and Stroll all out of it. Shame it's not a car that was ahead of us, but clearly Baku's still proving to be a bit of a race of attrition this afternoon. Nice. Nice. Yeah, the second half of this race hasn't maybe been as action-packed, but that is often the case. There is Lawson's stricken car at the end of the escape road. Seems to be this section where we take a lot out of Oscar. Just like trying to be smooth on your throttle inputs, isn't it? Avoid wheel spin. Get the car slow down to the apexes. All of that kind of basic stuff. It can be so difficult to replicate lap after lap. We will hopefully get to Hamilton. He might be about to get held up by Stroll, so we'll wait and see. I reckon it could be close between us and Oscar. That's the other one I've got my eye on. Always trying to look ahead as to what more we can have. Right, I might have to start getting a little bit more strategic with the battery usage right towards the end. Making sure that we're waiting to use it in all the right places. I mean, that lap we've gone, what, nearly another 2 seconds faster than Oscar? So we are definitely still closing in on him. Is Hamilton now tucked up behind Lance Stroll? Not doing him any favours, but he's probably caught him up at a pretty good spot, actually. Going to try and get around the outside. Yeah, the walls, they yearn for me. My goat is more important than your goat. I mean, Stroll's had an absolute stinker, hasn't he? I said there's definitely been a glitch though with flags. There's been like no yellows, no blue flags, anything like that. Mark's now gone away as well, which is not ideal. Hey, welcome in, Fratic. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Has Stroll got damage still? I honestly can't tell. Bortoletto's not 4th, he is 9th though. So, he's doing pretty well. But he got 4th last weekend, so... Yeah, look at that, there's just no blue flags. Stroll is not being forced to let me through. He has got front wing damage. How broken is this game suddenly? What have they done in that recent update? Only skill damage. My ego is so badly damaged from mistakes in races that there is no ego left. Although maybe by claiming you don't have an ego is quite egotistical. Who knows? I thought of it that way. It's going to be so close towards the end. I don't know if we'll be able to get to Oscar. I'm just so happy we're doing this race after the intermediate patch. Yeah, that and my mods bullying me as well. It all adds up. All adds up. 4 laps to go though here from Baku. We need 1.5 seconds a lap to get to Oscar. So the gap needs to be under 5 by the time we get back around. That's what I've got to remember. Although, to be honest, the AI now seems to be getting a little bit better again. Apexes and exits. And don't hit the inside wall. Yeah, you're definitely starting to hear the tyres walking up a bit, aren't you? Starting to get little bits of wheel spin, little snags of the brake, everything like that. I mean, we're still on purple through that first sector. But you've got to be really, really smooth towards the end. Nice and tidy. So we might be able to get Lewis this time. We'll wait and see. Ooh. See, look at that. Again, we take so much out of them all through the castle. Although I think Lewis is definitely going quicker than Oscar as well. So careful not to lock up the front. Yeah, the tyres are definitely starting to hit the cliff. starting to become a little less manageable towards the end. Now, are we going to be in the slipstream and Lewis this time, or use that inside curb? Let's try and drag us around a little bit more. Bit risky, but high risk, high reward. And I said we needed the gap to Oscar to be under 5 seconds. It is 4.7. That battle for P6 is still on, if I can get around Lewis pretty quickly. I don't want to overtake Lewis, but we're going to have to. He is my closest championship rival as well. Him and George Russell. Russell's definitely going to outscore us today, though, so... Oh, I just cannot get the run. There's a madman behind Lewis Hamilton. And I will do anything to claim the spot. I mean, yeah, the thing is, we're both taking good time out of Oscar. Oscar is not safe from either of us towards the end. I'm kind of happy that this race has hopefully led to quite a dramatic conclusion. Really has just kind of fallen into place right towards the end. But I will be intrigued to see the gap to Leclerc as well. Because we have definitely been quicker than him. I think the only ones we never really had a chance against are Lando and Max. They've been too far clear today. Maximize the rock. Easy, easy. Not going to try and get a run on Lewis in towards the old town. Again, that Ferrari though has got the leg stop end. Oh no. There you go, tyre warning lights on. That shouldn't be much of a concern though, with 2 laps to go. We should be okay. Wall. That could have been wheel gone. Come on, come on. Wait till you get through that final apex and then use the battery. We're in the slipstream this time round. We're hopefully going to be able to get Lewis back in towards turn 1. We need to do this now if I want to get to Oscar. We've taken another 1.4 out of him to the outside of Hamilton. Oh, late on the brakes, but we get it slowed down. And we are up then into P7 of this Grand Prix late on in the day. Piastri, 3 seconds ahead of us. Is this race finally going to start coming good towards the very end? It's definitely not worth pitting with 2 laps to go. Come on. Nice and tidy. Nice and tidy. Apex is an exit still. Whoa. I mean, so yeah, we've taken a good kind of 12 seconds out of Leclerc towards the end of this race as well. It's purple again, sector 1. That is exactly the time to do it. It might end up being a drag race to the finish line between myself and Oscar. We might have to get really strategic with our battery management towards the end. Don't hit a wall. I skimmed a wall. Come on. Come on. Oh, Albon's jumped Bortoletto as well. Big G might not score a point, chat. He seems to be falling apart right towards the very end. He's under intense pressure from Antonelli as well. I'm hoping Big G can try and hang on. Not so worried about skimming the walls now. We'll take the gamble. We'll risk it for the extra 2 points. I mean, like I said, what has been a fairly, well, not the most eventful race I've ever done on this game. It's probably going to come right down to the wire now. Skimming that wall through the final corner again as we try and push on. 1 more lap to go, though, of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It all comes down to this between myself and Oscar Piastri. You see another new fastest lap, 51.4. So we should be able to go purple by the end of this, unless Verstappen is going to try and do something in what has been a dominant drive, well, throughout most of this Grand Prix. But without DRS assistance or anything like that, it is just going to come down to how good a run we can get through those final couple of corners. I'm going to try and save a little bit of extra battery this time round. This is usually the part of the lap, though, where we are very, very good against the McLaren man here. We just need to try and do it one more time. I don't believe he's got any damage or anything like that, but yeah, Hamilton and I have both definitely been quicker than Oscar towards the end, so I think just that little half spin earlier on really kind of cost him his tyre performance towards the end. It's probably going to come down to that front straight. but we are still, trying to close in as best as I can there. Somehow not getting a warning there. Don't know how we avoided that one, but we are right up on the diffuser of Oscar Piastri. Don't do a Leclerc through the castle one final time. We've survived that. That's always the bit I'm most nervous about. Verstappen, he will win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix there and further extend his World Championship lead. Lando Norris is going to follow him home in P2. Can I get close enough, though, to Oscar Piastri to do anything on the run through the final couple of corners? Could those extra couple of points be critical come the end of the season there? Try and get the throttle down nice and tidy. I've got plenty of battery, but we'll save it until we've navigated our way through this final chicane. Get on the maximum attack mode. Come on. Where is the Sauber straight line speed against Oscar? I don't think we've got enough. Have we got enough? We're gaining, but we are not gaining enough here. Oscar Piastri is going to hang on. Damn it.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
The AI always save a little bit more battery as well. Right towards the very end.
What's the most we can do with what we have?
Oh, man. That was good fun, though. That was really good fun. Oh, that was knackering.
It's another
chat.
victory and a champion's performance from Max
That was
Verstappen.
intense.
But another race victory today.
I couldn't carry the
and you can
ERS through
clearly
the final
see
couple of
they're
corners. We
starting
wouldn't have been able to
believe in
carry as much
themselves
speed
more and
anyway.
more. You get to a stage
just
probably
don't
where
think
you
we could
become
do it.
very hard to beat as a driver when you keep putting in performances like this one.
Oh, man. Yeah, if we had one more lap, we would have
And
had
it's
it.
time for that special moment for our
Thoughts
special
on
three
Tierra
today.
Olympus?
The podium awaits our top three finishers.
Only
But
kind
there
of
can
word
only
I
be
think that
one
comes
on the
to
top
mind.
step. Your number one, Max Verstappen.
How long is an average race on this game? It depends what race length you do. If you do a 100% race, it'll probably take you about an hour and a half. Turn 10 points into 820. Fair play, Sosa. That's very good going. Oh, yeah, I need my nap chat. That was a long race. That was good fun. Happy that I did the restart after the first couple of laps, because otherwise it would have been a bit disappointing. But yeah, that was really good fun though. I enjoyed that.
Well,
one.
what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us,
Big G.
and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, there we go then. Max Verstappen second on the grid. P1 come the checkered flag after 98 minutes of non-stop racing here in Azerbaijan. The Dutchman will come out victorious. Russell will finish just behind Lando Norris in P3. Tsunoda, actually a pretty good drive there, just ahead of Leclerc. 11th to 4th and 12th to 5th for those two. But we did gain the most places during that race, from the back of the field up to P7. Even with the extra pit stop, honestly, I don't think we would have got much more than that from the race today. Hamilton, Albon, Antonelli all inside your top 10 means Bortoletto just misses out in P11. And then Lawson, Alonso, Sainz all failing to see the checkered flag. Doohan, Ocon and Stroll all one lap down. What does that do to our World Championship? Well, it means now Verstappen 69 clear of both Norris and Charles Leclerc. So that's quite funny there as well. Russell, I believe, now has jumped both Hamilton and myself to go up to P5 there with a decent buffer. As Oscar Piastri still in P4. Big G, though, disappointing for him. Could have been a point taken out of Antonelli, but instead it's a point gained for the Italian there, as I believe it is still just, the V-Carbs and Doohan that are yet to score so far this year. Constructors-wise, McLaren 29 clear of Red Bull. Ferrari still ahead of Mercedes and ourselves, as, we've pretty much guaranteed P5 or P4 come the end of the campaign. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourselves subscribed, and we'll be back very soon when Formula 1 returns ready for the Singapore Grand Prix. Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll take that, chat. We will definitely take that. All things considered. That could have been a lot more of a brutal Grand Prix. Especially after the mistake on the first attempt that we won't talk about. To survive the second time round, I'm pretty happy. Doohan is still in the Alpine because I started this career mode before Colapinto was added into the game. So Doohan will... I mean, he might get sacked at some point, but usually inside career mode, Doohan ends up staying an Alpine from everything I've seen. Apparently, I've got some new perks unlocked, so I guess we'll take that. So all good progress there with the team as well. But yeah, I mean, the stream seemed to... We had one tiny little hiccup earlier on. But I don't think that was anything major. I think that was just, you know, something that occasionally happens. But apart from that, it actually worked. Tried all of it with seemingly no issues. So, very, very happy with that as well. I want to quickly just double check. Customization, where is it? There we go. Standard, there you go. So we can use the Miami livery as well. So I'll make sure that's enabled, ready for the next few races. But yeah, thank you, everybody. I'm going to end the stream pretty quickly because I've got to sort out a couple of bits before Last 212 gets home. So short format, I will cut it off right there. But I appreciate you for stopping by. We will be live tomorrow night with a bit of luck with the iRacing Classic NASCAR Winter Series. That one should be quite good fun. But for now, who should we raid on Twitch chat? Who's live currently? That I want to show some love to. Let's have a look. Who have we got? Chairs is playing FIFA. Is there anybody playing F125? It's normally what I like to raid if I possibly can. Anybody playing F125? Duncan is. Anybody else that I recognise? We will go. I think, you know what, we'll raid Duncan. He's a good guy. I think he's doing some open lobbies, I want to say. He's doing some iRacing later on as well. But show him some love. Send him some support. Thank you for bearing with me, though, guys, over the last couple of weeks with the lack of all the streams or the amount of times they've broken as well. I do genuinely appreciate it. But yeah, send Duncan some love. Tell him Fat212 sent you. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything too stupid either, because I love you all. And you need to look after yourselves, especially during this time of the year. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Goodbye.